What's going on, everyone? Just trying to get set up here. There we go. Where is... Look at that. Dollar finally fell below previous lows, taking another leg, looks like. After all the devastation and a whole epicenter in Texas shut down, nothing with the equities. Another sign of manipulation. Someone blamed it. Was it their CNBC blamed it on something else? Oh, the riots. Nothing to do with the whole epicenter in Texas shut down. Just a joke. Everything's loading up. I had to clean my computer finally, and it's still cleaning. I ran out of time. It's kind of a little pop. Looks like USD Japanese yen is on a thread. The Dow did drop. Oh, look at that. My bad. My crap wasn't updated. Why is that? It's open. It's weird. Anywho, that should have dropped a lot more anyways. 15 down. The Dow is down. Oh, that's what it was. CNBC said the Dow Jones dropped because of it. It opened 100 points down in the futures, and they blamed it on the riots. It's just a joke. In Berkeley, the riots in Berkeley. NASDAQ's down. What's Apple doing? Did Apple turn around yet? Barely. Google still got a double top. Amazon broke previous lows. There it is. At the spike high. Watch for Amazon to come down. Gold is up. We got $23 over 1,300. Nice little pop. Let's see how far we can get this thing going. I'm looking at resistance at previous lows. Let's see if we can get the 1340. Yeah, I know. It always happens that way. Man's got to work. Gold silver ratio. Looks like gold's going to be a better buy for a little while. There we go. GDX popped outside the frame there. I got resistance at 26, 25, 26, 27 and a half. Let's see if we can get up in that range. Otherwise, it's going all the way to 30. GDXJ. Boom, boom. Let's see how we opened on the XLLF. Let's watching that one yesterday. A low volume popper. JNUG's at 22. That's awesome. Good job, Sluggo. Picked it up on the dip. PGZ, nice pops. Very, very nice. 19 will get you 20. 20 will get you 21. Now it's into blue skies. Let's see. JNUG to 37. Natural course of return on the monthly chart. See what happens. I got some resistance at previous low here at 30. Previous low, previous low, previous low. Should get to 24 at least. It's pretty badass. Oh man, once it gets going, you got to keep in there. At least keep your profits. Don't sell it all. Use those free shares and let it ride. That's how you make the money. You got to keep pressing. Just like the craps table in Vegas. You don't win unless you keep pressing. CLF probably. I don't know, man. Where'd she drop? Looks like I've got a it bounced off the 60-minute chart off the 34th, so it's just gathering its legs. Opens down, it runs up. That's a bullish piercing pattern. Let's see if it can get up above here, though. It's got to pierce 50% of the previous candle. So it's got to run up to, what is that, 785? Yeah, JNUG is should get us to 24. But yeah, take your profits off every time you get a hit. Miners are kicking. You can tell the difference in volume. Big old difference in volume. KGC, watch that for a previous high break on the monthly chart. AUY. Let's get these to the weeklies. AUY, we talked about that crossing over the 34. JNUG. I think JNUG's going to be going for a while. It might come in for support a few times. But once this thing gets going, I mean, pretty hard to stop it. I like to take my previous lows for resistance. So I got resistance at 24, and that's where the 34 is on the weekly. And just ride it on up. Once it breaks in the previous lows, it rides that range. So it's likely to go 24, pop it, and do a measured move right across the 34. So this is not as easy as it looks. So I'm going to take that, take a measured move from the top to bottom. Let's see, let's choose that bottom there. And then the move across. Looks like a big move. Let it hit the 34, we'll talk on the weekly chart, which is in and around 24. Breaking into previous lows. If it breaks previous lows, I mean, it'll ride on up. Looks like it's got some power. Clear my shit. FCC, FCX. I just had our previous high break. Looks like the intraday crushed IEG. That cracked the whip. CLF. Lithium. Watch lithium for a break. That's not a lot of volume, but once it cracks, it should pick up some volume. VGA, VGC. Got a nice hammer on the monthly. Came all the way down into support. Bounced hard. CX. I'm a trader, yeah, so I do that all the time. I sell into resistance, buy back into support, yes. I always keep profits in there, though. Let the profits run. Don't take it all out. Sometimes when you make a big profit, I'll just sell half. And then if it wants to keep falling down, I'll sell another half. JNX hopping. GFI, we all watch these. Looking for previous breaks on the monthlies. These are coming off of a bullish retracement long ago, last year. The first pop across the 34, and then it's been consolidating right over that 34, and then pop. These are all moving across that 34. This is not good. I don't know why my intraday's all screwed up. GG. Yeah, GG's are coming off the bottom there. Looks good. Saved by the bell. Previous high break at 14 on GG. Could get you all the way almost to 16, it looks like. Natural course of return on the monthly. What is this? Oh, a bunch of alerts just go off. GARWF. Look at that previous high break coming on that one. It's been running up on the intraday, but watch out. Let it come into support if it has to. ASM, I really love ASM as a trader. Look at that weekly chart. Perfect for a guy like me looking for the same old setup. High probability trade on a weekly chart, swing trading. Over the 34, back into the 34, buy into support or buy the break. Flat top break. Call it the launching pad. So that's getting close. Lots of pennies. Stepping it up. ABX. Yeah, ABX in that tight little pattern on a monthly chart. It's going to break out of there pretty good. It's not there yet. 20, it looks like 20 will get you 30. Previous low. Watch the crack. Oh, that one. That would be pretty nice. Since it's such a behemoth. Barrick Gold. JNUG coming back in. Pretty steep. Let's watch that thing. I gotta figure out why my intraday on this is not working. It's like way out of step. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, there she is. Never mind. It's covering the gap. Looks like the gap starts on the 1 minute about 21. So let's see what happens. We got support for JNUG at 2165. Right at the 34, but it looks like the gap's going all the way to 21. So watch for a measured move over the 34 on the 1 minute chart. Novo Resources logo, it's got to step to the plate and get above 4. It looks like momentum has dropped quite a bit. You got a double top on the intraday, came down over the 813, back into 34, back into resistance, got rejected, held support, but then it's being rejected again. It's got to move on up over the averages and close above the averages for a certain amount of time. Now the 34 on the 1 minute. Oh my God, it's way too hard to do this. It's a 1 minute chart. So what I'm thinking is it crossed down on the 1 minute, it's going to come back into resistance, get rejected, and fall over, making a measured move across the 34. But I'm looking at my RSI down here, it's coming out. Once it gets out and closes above, then you might get another momentum move. 5 minute? Yeah, exactly. If you notice, the 8 on your 5 minute is the 34 on the 1 minute. It's like magic. The lines are always at resistance support lines, areas of support and resistance lines. So I'm looking for a measured move across the 34 to cover that gap. We got support coming in at 21, just above 21 even. What's up, Maria? Oh, that's not RSI. It's the Williams %R. I really like the way it works. When it gets oversold or overbought, it goes into the green above the 20 mark. And then when it comes out of the green, that's when you sell it. Then it goes to an oversold situation into the red. And then it pops out of the red, and that's when you buy. And that's your key buying situations and selling. So when this comes out, I'm on a 1 minute chart. When this comes out of the green, we'll have to see if it's a good buy or not. No, I don't. No. This is on Medved. Medved's got a slew of indicators, though, which makes it really nice. And it's this Williams %R, which reminds me, I got to get up to speed on. Yeah, it is on. It is on there. It's just not the same. I didn't think it was the same. But yeah, it's there. This is just a little bit more elaborate, I think. Thing is about Medved is he's a trader, so he creates his indicators as a trader would like them, not some big old corporation. Yeah, it's not the same. It is the same, but it just looks different. I like the way this looks. I like the way it feels. I can color code it, and then when it pops out, of the oversold situation for a few minutes, then I'll get it's just an indicator. You don't trade off of it, but it's one of those things you can get confirmation, 2 or 3 confirmations, and you can feel good about it. Doesn't help though. Price is the ultimate trading. You're going to buy the previous breaks, buy the pattern breaks. So here it comes outside, and watch the volume. Here it comes outside the red. It broke previous highs, coming across that 8. My pressure bar, my level 2 is green. It's another confirmation. But I'm thinking a lower high. It's got to cover that gap. So I'm thinking it's going to pop and then, mosey on down. So be careful. This will get overbought in an instant. Oh, this thing's killing me. Come on now. There. Let's get that trading view back up. Trading view, I think that oh, I got too many indicators. I can't use it. That means I have to erase something because I'm not a professional like you, Maria. Yeah, I like it too. It's the same. It's just not, it doesn't look like mine. So it's the same. My indicators or my functions, what do you call it? The inputs are 13.5. Always use those Fibonacci combinations. Yeah, 13.5. I don't know if you can do that on. I know. It says on her trading view profile, she's a pro. Someone asked about silver. Where do I think silver's going to go? It's just breaking out, so I think it's going to run. I think we'll be at 20. We got to break 1850. Let me retract. Let's break 1850 and we'll talk. We got to break 1850. Lots of resistance at 1850. So let's get to 1850. Let's pop it. Break above 1850. Hold it, and then we'll talk. Because once we break across 1850, we could see a lot of bigger prices, higher prices. I'm looking for a measured move down across, covering the gap. So if you're looking to buy it, I would buy it at support, which is at the gap. Doesn't have to fill the gap either, but you can see how the RSI is going to get really bought here really soon. And then it'll turn and then it'll fall. If it breaks previous highs, though, I mean, it could get above the averages and just keep on going. I got previous lows, previous resistance line at that 13. Let's see a rejection or a pop. And I'm betting on the way down, but anything could happen. Oh, this is killing me. It's too touchy. Watch that lithium. It's got low volume, but it's going to crack outside that pattern on a weekly basis. Penny stock. Saw this one yesterday. Pretty good run. You got a zinc company right here coming outside the monthly chart. That would be a nice runner as well. Set your alerts at 90 and above. GLDLF came across the 34 back into support. Now it's done consolidation above the 34. Looks good. Nice volume on the intraday backside there. Load. So load popped. It's doing a little consolidation, and then it's probably going to keep running. Watch load for a 20. Looks like 21 and above. 20. I don't see NAK anywhere on the top of the percentage gainers. Wonder why that is. No, it's coming back into support today. I got a double top sluggo on 185. Coming down into support. I got support at previous highs. If it doesn't hold there, watch out. Could come all the way back to 150 or so. For a support hold on long term. Flat bottom break on the 1 minute here. Two lithiums at the top of the list here. Watch for a previous high break on this lithium. Over the 34, back into the 34. Watch that previous high break. Monthly charts breaking out. WRN, Western Copper, over the 34, back into this support. Watch for 130 break. Set your alerts. Got a bullish piercing pattern off of the intraday. That's good. Bullish piercing pattern closing down or opening all the way down and just crushing it, closing 50% of the previous candle. Got plenty of time on this candle to do a reversal, but looks good now. EGI, same thing. Over the 34, back into 34, watch the previous high breaks. I wrote this all the way up on BCN last night. Set my sails in, fell asleep, woke up, and made a whole bunch of money. Not a whole bunch. Rephrase that. So I got reversals everywhere on. Got to make sure these hold. It's trying, ain't it? It's got a double bottom now. Came into oversold situation. He popped out again. Watch it base. I think a 22 and above would be a previous high break. I think it's still going to fill the gap. It'll go back and forth for the rest of the day, I bet. Everything coming back into support on the cryptos. Oh, that's why. It looks like Bitcoin just made a new high this morning, just within the hour, which is absolutely crazy. That's awesome. That's crazy. Hope it doesn't ruin all the daily charts on cryptos. I was gearing up for some good runs. And I've got that double bottom. Looks like the J curve's in on that 1 minute chart. I think you're right. It's going to pop out of there. Got to get above 22. Watch for the rejection. Take a spike low and fill that gap. Those are going to be knocked back today. That sucks. Double bottom off the 1 minute. Looks like it's shaping up. Look for a rejection back into the support. It's got to hold 21.67 or it's going to fall into the gap. We've got nothing closing on its highs. Marijuana. JRWF is still closing on its highs. Creeping. ASM. ASM's going to be nice. Watch the ASM. Avino silver. I guess it's gold mines too, but looks like 188 for the flat top break. HMY coming off a bottom. RSI on Chainug 1 minute is overbought. Let's see what happens. Could stay overbought for a long time. Just keep running. See what happens. There's a pop. Watch for previous high break at 22. Could be a nice little one. But previous lows are at 22.05, so be careful. The struggle is on. Hang on, I'll be right back. We're going to reject it at 205. We're going to double top now and a double bottom. So who's going to win? There's that RSI again, came out of the green back into the range. So that's your sell signal. We'll have to wait for this to settle in, get oversold. One more time. Could hold here. Over the 34, back into support. Let's see if it holds. 205 is the break. Got a hammer showing on 1 minute chart. Nice hammer. Got a hold. Well, I guess it's not a hammer until it confirms on the upside, but watch for a spike low to get into that double bottom. If it doesn't hold there, then it's going in to fill the gap. Yeah. Yeah. HMY just broke 2, and it's been closing on its highs. The flat top break on HMY was at 194. Yeah. NAK, NAK is coming into support, so it's probably a good idea. But it's working a double top, so let it settle in. If it holds 50% of the previous candle on that weekly chart, the momentum is intact. And the monthly chart, I mean, it's got higher lows. It's just got to break previous highs. Intraday showing a double top, so let it settle in. Don't be too anxious, I think, unless price breaks that double top. Doesn't hurt to give slivers all the way down, though. I do that all the time. Just add a sliver. So I got a higher low. Came into an oversold situation again. Back and forth, back and forth. Looks like a bearish retracement flag pattern forming on the 1 minute into resistance. Let's see if we get a rejection here. Bearish retraces. Got the double top, came across the 34. Bounce, bearish flag into resistance is the bearish retracement. Watch it. Looks like a rejection. Yeah. So watch for a flat bottom break. Cover the gap. That's my best bet. WRN. Take out that double top. Over the 34, back into support. Watch the previous high breaks. It's a weekly chart. ASM, I like that one. I don't see much more than that. Gonna have to let JNUG come in all the rest of the day, it seems. Nice little pop. AGI is a good runner. Looks like the monthly chart just broke. Downward trend line. AGI, same thing. I'm not sure about this one. Novo Resources. Watch for the flat bottom break on JNUG. 2170, it's going to take out that double bottom. Could turn into a triple bottom, I don't know. This thing is way too sensitive. Huh. JNUG on the turn. Looks like a nice base. There she goes. Got support on JNUG on the 1 minute. See what happens. Inverted hammer. Take out that inverted hammer. It might get a little pop there. JNUG. Looks like another rejection on JNUG. It's hard to trade inside the range. You got to buy at support, selling, and resistance. Five of those. Just a switchback on this one. JNUG's looking good. Back and forth, back and forth. I think I'm going to cut it short. I've got to get some stuff done. I don't see anything happening. Looks like everything's coming back into support. JNUG, watch for previous high breaks. Could very well just keep on going and not fill the gap. Watch for a 2170 and below, as it will fill the gap all the way into 21. It just opened and ran too hard and fast. So it's either sideways, come back in, or break out. I think it's going to come in again. No support now. I've got a double bottom on the 1 minute. It's all a little tether. It's holding it up. Thank you, Maria. Appreciate you coming by. Thanks for the tips. Thanks everybody else. Sluggo, good job. Looks like NAK is going to come into support as well. So we'll have to see where we end up. A nice pop out of the gates. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Let's just look at copper's above 3. I love it. Let's look at silver and gold. Coming off its highs. 60-minute chart. Looks like I got a rounding top, head and shoulders top on the 60-minute. You got the left head. Let it come back into support. Gold. Silver's trying to hang on as well. So I think that's it. Give it a nice pop. It's going to consolidate all day, just like they always do it. Thanks, everyone. Glad I made it on time this time. I will talk to you soon. Let me know what's going on out there. I'll see you guys.